everyone, it's me, Mrs. Schreiber. How are you? I'm here today to teach you a little bit about reading. And I know that Mr. Martin and Mrs. Bowser have been teaching you this week about a strategy that you can use when you tune into new words called Look Around the Word. So today that's what I'm going to talk to you about a little bit too, because it's super important. Now that you're becoming really good readers and you're really growing up, you're going to start to encounter more and more words that maybe you don't know the meanings of. And whenever you have that experience when you're reading, you need to be able to stop, tune in, and figure out what those words mean. And so that's what I'm here to teach you about today. All right, let's review what we know so far. So right now, you know a little bit about tuning into new words. And that is what you're really going to use more and more as you get older, boys and girls. Because, you know, figuring out how to say those words, that's becoming really easy for you. And you know your sight words. So we're not going to worry so much as you get older about if you're reading the words accurately. Is that important? Yes. But most of you, it's easy for you to read accurately now. So you're ready to tackle those big grown-up skills that third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, everybody uses. And that's tuning into new words. This is what's going to help you grow as a reader now that reading accurately is easy for you. So as we teach you this, we're going to probably spend 4 weeks on this. We're going to teach you a new strategy each week so that you can uncover the meaning of the words that you're reading if you don't already know them. So whenever you're reading, you need to tune into new words, just like it says here on the screen. First, you need to notice words and think about meanings as you're reading. And if you notice that you're reading words easily, but maybe you couldn't explain what that word means to a friend, then you need to stop and think about the words you can read, but you can't explain to others. And you're probably going to have to use several strategies in order to figure out the words. The very first strategy that we're teaching you about this week, strategy 1, is look around the word. This is a really helpful strategy if you're reading nonfiction, boys and girls. The reason why this helps you so much when you're reading as nonfiction is that oftentimes the author will explain or tell you exactly what that word means if you look carefully at the text. Nonfiction writers, for kids especially, know that you might not be familiar with the words you need to understand what they're saying. So they'll write it right into the text. And so I highlighted a couple things here for you to remember. So number 1, look around the word is the name of the strategy. It's very helpful in nonfiction texts. Remember, nonfiction means real, things that are true, okay? And then look carefully at the sentence the word is used in, the sentence before it, and the sentence after it to see if the author gives you the definition or the meaning of the word right in the text. So let's see if I can find my share screen for you. There we go. And let's look at a text you may or may not have read already this year. This is a Scholastic News article, and it looks like this on the cover. And the headline is actually "Kids Can Change the World." I'm going to read a little bit, and whenever I find a word that's probably new for you, I'm going to stop and we'll use our strategy of looking around the word. Look in the sentence, look at the sentence before it, and the sentence after it. This is "Kids Can Change the World." Marnie Copenny is a kid just like you are. She is working hard to make her city a better place to live. Marnie lives in Flint, Michigan. In 2014, a dangerous metal called lead got into the water in Flint. The water smelled really bad. It looked bad too. It was cloudy and brown and not clear and clean. It wasn't safe for people to drink the water from their faucets. Could you imagine not being able to drink the water in your own house? The water gave people headaches and stomach aches. It gave Mari's little sister a terrible rash. People couldn't cook with the water, use it to brush their teeth, or take a bath in it. The adults in Flint were working hard to make the water clean again. Marnie was only 8 years old, but she wanted to help. She had an idea. Boys and girls, I just read the introduction of this article, and so far I'm doing great. I think that you understand all of the words that are in there. I don't see any words that seem new to us. So I'm going to keep reading. A letter to the president. Mari wrote a letter to the president at the time, Barack Obama. She said she wanted to tell him about Flint. Mari wasn't sure anything would happen. She was just a kid, and he was the president. But, I'm going to move this for a second, but the president did something that surprised Mari. He came to Flint to learn about the water problem. The TV news came too. Newspapers started writing stories about Flint. The whole country found out about the problem in Flint. The president said he would try to help fix it, but Flint needed more help. I just read the whole first section there called A Letter to the President, and I'm pretty sure we knew what all of those words were. If we weren't sure about Flint, we could go back. Right there in the first sentence, it said Mari lives in Flint, Michigan. So when they're talking about Flint, they're talking about where Mari lives. We're on the second section, and it starts with the heading, Mari raises money. Can you find that? That's right, it's right there. We're going to read this section. Mari raises money. Mari thought she could help. She asked people to donate money to help fix the problem in Flint. I just read the word donate. Now it's highlighted, it's a bold word in this, and we know that when authors write nonfiction text, they'll make topic-specific words bold for us oftentimes. That means that that's an important word for us to understand to make meaning of what the author's saying. I could read donate very easily because it followed that closed and open syllable rule. So I have a vowel, a consonant, and a vowel. So I right away know that that's going to be long O, and that the N is going to go with the rest of the word. So it's donate. And I read it very easily. But now, could you really explain that to a friend? Could you tell them what donate means? Some of you are probably a thumbs up right now. Some of you are probably sideways, and some of you might even be a thumbs down for the word donate. So let's try that strategy of looking around the word. If you remember, look carefully at the sentence the word is used in, the sentence before it, and the sentence after it. Okie dokie? So let's look carefully at the sentence that the word is used in. She asked people to donate money to help fix the problem in Flint. The author doesn't tell us what donate means, but we could probably use some context clues. But for today, we're not going to use that because that's a different strategy. So it said, look in the sentence that it's in, look in the sentence before it, and the sentence after it. So we'll go to the sentence before it. If we find where our sentence started, then we can easily see that we've got this up here, which would be the sentence before it. So Mari thought she could help. So maybe donating has something to do with helping. But I'm not really sure that that's what donate means, right? She asked people to help money. I don't know about that. That doesn't really fit. So let's read the sentence after it. We'll go to the end of the sentence, blah, blah, blah. She asked people to donate. There's our period. Here's our next sentence. To donate means to give. Huh. Look at that, boys and girls. The author put the meaning of the word right in there. He wrote a whole separate sentence to just explain what that word means. Can you look back and see what the word donate means? Yeah, that's right, boys and girls. It says it right there. To donate means to give. So if we go back to that sentence that it was in, she asked people to donate money to help fix the problem. We could substitute the word give for donate. She asked people to give money to help fix the problem. So donate means the same thing as give. They're very similar. And look at this. People gave a lot of money. Isn't that nice for the city of Flint? Boys and girls, that's how this strategy of looking around the word works. Oftentimes in nonfiction text for kids, this is a very helpful strategy. So I hope that as you're reading and logging your steps at home, you will start to make sure that you're tuning into words. Remember, that's a key strategy now that accuracy is easy for you. All right, everybody, take care.